Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Karka Boom, broadcasting live from the hospital. I'm giving y'all an update. I'm doing much better. Your girl is alive and well. I was almost out of here. Can you imagine a world without Carmen Kaboom? Oh, what a terrible place to live in, right? Thank God for life and life more abundantly. I'm still in the hospital. I was scheduled to come out today, but my doctor wants me to stay until tomorrow. We've been real busy today running a lot of tests and getting a lot of work done, and they're giving me a lot of education on how to take care of myself. After I leave, we had a rough weekend, and I was almost about to act up real bad. My emotions got the best of me. And so today, well, last night after midnight, we had a couple of heathens that work here. And that's another thing. That's another thing. Do you know I have developed a semi prejudice against our fellow brothers and sisters at the hospital? And I want to say something real bad about them, but I'm not going to say it right now. I'm going to save it for later. I'm going to save it for later. And oh, I want to say it right now so bad, but I'm not. But I was so tired yesterday, and I got moved to this room, and them Africans, they was I didn't know they act like that. And then they got the nerve. Some of them try to act like they better than the rest of us blacks over here in America. I didn't know they act like that. That's another video all by itself. But today we got everything regulated. I had to report them, and we got them straightened out, so they not congregating out there in that hallway outside my door today. Thank God. We got some civilization back intact, and I was able to get me some rest last night. We had a real good male nurse that regulated. He didn't take no mess. He got everybody together last night and this morning. And he even got me together. I thought I was going to act up a little bit, but he straightened me out real good too. And I knew he didn't play no games. So I was able to get me a little rest, much needed rest. And I was prepared to act up today in case they didn't let me leave. But I realized I had to talk with a couple of medical professionals, and they was real not act up if they didn't let me leave today. But God, and I ended up apologizing to my one of my nurses. I don't had so many nurses and so many different doctors and so many different people been in and out of here. And oh my God, I ended up apologizing to the nurse that I talked to pretty rudely to the other day over the weekend. And you know, I got so much to tell y'all how I ended up in the hospital. Somebody at my job snitched on me. I told you that because I was vomiting, and everybody is so hyper COVID-19. So they thought I had COVID-19. They want me to have the demons. They want me to have COVID-19 so bad. So my manager ended up having me to go get tested, and I was already feeling sick. So I came to the hospital. Thank God. If the enemies, the demons, the snitches, the low down folks, the racists, they can come in handy. If that low down racist on my job hadn't snitched on me when they saw me vomiting the other day, why couldn't I be pregnant? Why couldn't I have food poisoning? They just want to get me in trouble because they don't want me at the job. No way. So they thought they were going to lie on me and say I had COVID-19 and get me out of there. But this turned into a pretty good thing. I needed a vacation anyway. I needed a break away from them races anyway. So it ended up turning out pretty good because my life got saved. And I just thank God for saving my life. And this is, I was thinking differently about this place, but, and they have some real good style. Like any place, we got pretty, a couple of people that's kind of rough around the edges. And, we worked through that. And that one woman that was trying her best at the hospital to try me to get a COVID-19 test again. I had already got two of them twice Friday, and she was trying her best to get me swabbed again. And that's no fun. That's no fun. Somebody is fascinated with swabbing the back of your brain. And I think that's so low down. Somebody's just fascinated with that. And I put my foot down. I said I was not going to get swabbed again. I already done got swabbed twice in the same day last Friday. It's no need of me getting swabbed again for the third time. And just want to be aggravating. Just want to put down. Because they know that's not fun to get swabbed in the back of your nose like that. In the back of your brain. And so I had to, I had to, I had to, how can I say it? Utilize and activate my patient rights. I do have rights as a patient. So I had to get her removed off of my what you call it? Support plan, you know. And the person that replaced her, she's much, much better. We had a real good day today. And I was very cooperative. I had already made up in my mind I wasn't going to cooperate with that other one that was trying to manipulate everything and make me get swabbed for COVID-19 again. She was trying her best to lead me down the COVID-19 brick road. And I said, oh, hell to the no. I got to replace her. So we got her replaced. And everything been fine since. And, oh, we had so many people in and out of this room today. And we had so much to go over. And, I'm so glad that, I came in and now I got a long road ahead of me. And this is a lifestyle change that I have to commit to. And I'll tell y'all all about it. What happened and what the diagnosis is and blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of moving parts to this story. So I tell y'all all about it when I get out here. Maybe tomorrow or sometime this week. It's gonna be a long video. So get ready. Ooh, excuse me, and buckle your seatbelt. And that's another thing. They got some real good food in this hospital. They got some real good food in here. I've been really, really eating real good. Healthy choices, of course. And I just ordered my dinner. And I'm going to have pot roast today with mashed potatoes. And I think carrots. And then I'm going to have a snack later on tonight. Tortilla chips and multi-grain tortilla chips. And salsa. A little small cup of salsa. And I'm going to have to start eating healthy. And I needed to eat healthy anyway and lose weight. And this has been a major wake-up call. And I don't have no other choice but to walk the right fine line as far as eating healthy and exercising. So expect me to get real fine and just fabulous. More fabulous than I already was. And let's face it, I needed my titties picked up. So I'm going to have my titties picked up after about a couple of months from now. And both of my stomachs going to go in. I'm going to have one stomach about 6 months to a year from now. I ain't going to have no other choice. The way I'm going to have to eat my diet, man, I ain't going to have no other choice but to lose weight. And I needed to do that anyway. So all I see is plus, plus, plus across the board, right? And there's only two options on the board. I'm going to have to either do right or die. And I don't want to die. Not yet. No way. I just got to, you know, do what it takes to live a life that's worth living. And man, I never thought I'd imagine a world without Buffalo Wild Wings and all that good Olive Garden and this, that, and the other. But I said I cannot let a chicken wing defeat me. I cannot let a cheeseburger cause me to lose my life. I cannot let cran grape, ocean spray, cran grape, and that Minute Maid watermelon juice, and oh my God, my beloved Magnum double caramel ice cream cause me to be defeated. I just can't. So I'm gonna have to take a break from all of that delicious food. And I was telling my medical people today, you know, it's just heartbreaking to walk away from all of that because I was bottle fed that. And all of this food is a part of our life. And everywhere you go, we get delicious food. And I think it needs to be banned myself. And if I had it my way and I was the president and I could do things my way, I would ban all delicious food. Everybody had to eat salads and low carb this and low carb that. But anyway, it's doable. It's doable. So, you know, maybe a year from now, I'll be able to go back and eat a little piece. That don't even make no sense to do it. That's like a crackhead saying I'm gonna go back a year from now and eat it and smoke a little bit of crack. That don't even make no sense to do it. I don't even need to think it like I ain't gonna deprive myself 100%. I'm gonna sneak around about another 6 months or a year after I really get things stabilized, and I'm gonna get a little piece of chicken wing from somewhere. And I can always use my air fryer, and I love using my air fryer anyway. The whole point of this conversation is we don't need to let the food defeat us. This food will take us out of here. Do you hear me? This food will take us out of here. And it almost got the best of me. Man, I almost lost my life because of all this mother. I ain't gonna cuss. I'm in the hospital. I almost lost my life because of this delicious food. But anyway, I cannot let that be said that food got the best of me. And I gotta do better. And I am gonna do better. So we gotta plan in action. And it's gonna take a lot of sacrifice from me on my part. And I'm willing to do the work. I'm really willing to dedicate myself to exercising. Listen to all that pep talk. It sounds good right now, right? But I do believe I can implement it. And this has really shook me up. I have never went through anything like this before in my life. Woo! And I don't never want to go through it again. And one of the nurses told me some people go through this again and again and again. How can you do this to yourself again and again and again? Yeah, I mean, my God, the food is good, but don't let it do you like this. Take it from me. Don't let food land you in the hospital or the cemetery, because it will do it to you. And I'm so glad that God caught me. Caught me. I'm so glad that God caught me just in the nick of time. My God, my God. I'm so glad that He caught me. And so I am supposed to be getting discharged tomorrow at some point. So I will be still staying at the hospital overnight. And I'm just so glad that things have turned out better than what I was. thinking that it would. Over the weekend, I thought there was going to be some problems. But all of that has been eliminated. God done stepped in and eliminated all those problems. And everything is better now. So I was just coming to give y'all an update. And how y'all like this? I found a multi-use for my leggings. These are leggings on my head. Do you see this? I got my leggings on my head as a head wrap. Somebody thought it was a head wrap. This my leggings. I was able to get in and take a shower this morning. I feel so much better. I feel so much better since I took a shower and got myself together. So now I'm just in the bed relaxing and reading over some material that's going to benefit my health. And, you know, I believe everything's going to be all right. I'm not going to think nothing. Everything is going to be 100% all right. And I feel so much better. I had lost the faculties. I had lost my faculties. Have y'all ever lost your faculties? And what I mean by that, the activities of your limbs, the motor skills, you know, all of that, the spiritual aspect of yourself, when you can really just be coherent. I had started losing all of that. And I was struggling the other night at my job to just walk down the hall. I had to hold on to the side of the rail and the side of the wall. I said, "Ooh, you in trouble. You in trouble." It was worse than being drunk, or high. I can imagine. And I was just slowly drifting away from here. And man, I said, I don't never want to experience that again. And when I drove myself over here to the hospital, man, oh man, from the parking lot to the entrance of the hospital, it was a very short distance. But I had to sit in the vehicle and imagine, how am I gonna walk from this vehicle to the entrance? It was a challenge. And I had asked the security guard if they had a shuttle, because almost every hospital have a shuttle. And he was so mean and hateful, probably racist, and they didn't have a shuttle. And he was telling me to go around to the other side, and it was just a lot. It was a lot. So, man, I had to figure out. And I could have called him, but I didn't even know the name of this hospital. And my battery was low on my phone. So it wasn't too many people. It was one woman in the parking lot. I could have asked her to go inside and ask somebody to bring a wheelchair to the vehicle. But I didn't want to bother her. So God gave me the strength. God gave me the strength to walk. And I had to really just focus, because I didn't want to faint and fall out on the ground. And I had to just focus and just take one little step at a time. And it took me a long time to get to the entrance. When I finally got inside, the woman, one of the staff, she came and she was like, "How can we help you, ma'am?" And I was almost out of my mind. And I had to sit down and just really get myself together. And she was asking me my name and everything. And I had to think about what my name was. I said, "What is your name, girl?" Woo! And man, everybody started looking at me like I was in trouble. They was looking at me like, "Oh my God. Oh my God, what is wrong with her?" So they get a wheelchair and immediately went into action and got me some help. And I was so grateful for that. Whew, Lord have mercy. But I am 100% now. And I was going to walk down the hall a little bit and get me a little exercise today. But I changed my mind about that. I don't think I'm ready for that. And I didn't want to fool with them them Africans. There's a lot of Africans work out there in the hallway. I don't want to fool with them. Ooh, I didn't know. I did not know some of the Africans come over here and be messy. Oh, I want to talk about it, but I ain't gonna talk about them right now. That's gonna be a whole nother video. And I want to say something else. I am gonna say it. Okay, I'm a, some of these females. You should already know, especially if you work in the medical profession, such as a hospital, not to wear loud perfume. And a whole bunch of them that came in this room today, including the housekeeper, one of the girls, she African. She's a housekeeper. Ooh, they had on that stinking perfume, and it had me so sick. And I couldn't open that window because they got it nailed shut on the side. Thank God they got a fan up there. So I turned on the fan and opened that door. And I think I offended one of them Middle Eastern nurses that came in here. She was so nice and sweet and kind. But man, that perfume was so stinking. And the second time she came, ooh, when she was touching on me to check me out and everything, she left that perfume on my skin. I had to go in the bathroom and wash up because I didn't want that perfume on my skin. It was so stinking. You know what smelled good to you, it might not smell so pleasant to other people, and vice versa. And I don't like a lot of perfume. A lot of this perfume that's out in the stores, it stinks, especially that cheap stuff. Ooh, and I'm not gonna say what I want to say. I'm just gonna put it like that. And I think I hurt that woman's feelings. But what about my feelings? What about me? I was offended. But anyway, I talked to her supervisor today and told her, the situation. And she seemed really understanding. And I told her I didn't mean to hurt her feelings, but I think I did because when she walked out of here the second time, and I asked her to leave that door open and turn that fan on, she was looking like she was so sad. I had hurt her feelings. And I was so irritated yesterday because I hadn't had no sleep and everything was just all over the place. And I had to deal with this situation and blah blah blah. And I didn't have no tolerance for all that other stuff. But you know, but anyway, um, yeah, all of that was going on yesterday, and I want to say something else, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. We're gonna talk about that later. But anyway, for the most part, most of the staff have been so nice. They really have. And God has blessed them to really take good care of me, and I appreciate that. I really do. And anything that I've needed, for the most part, they have really been accommodating and been really, really quick to see about me. And I appreciate that so much. And they done gave me a whole lot of toiletries to keep myself cleaned up and smelling nice. And I appreciate that. And blah, blah, blah. So I really don't watch TV, but I've been watching a couple of Lifetime shows, and that's been interesting. And but for the most part, they ain't got nothing but trash, trash, trash on that TV. And I hadn't really been interested in looking at the internet, social media. I hadn't been interested, but I've been glancing at it a little bit. But for the most part, I've been trying to get me some sleep. I've been so sleepy and tired. And every hour, they've been coming in to get blood, 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 blood. Ooh, and I gotta tell them my name, date of birth, every time they come in. I said, somebody must have messed up. The reason why they gotta ask you your name and date of birth every time they come in. I think somebody's finna come in now. I think somebody's finna come in now. But anyway, uh, I appreciate you all. Those of you that have been so concerned about me and emailing me, I appreciate you so much. And those of you that have sent donations, I really appreciate you. That was so kind of y'all. I really appreciate y'all so much. And your girl is still alive and ready to boom. All right, you all have a great day and be safe. And I'm so glad to be still alive and well and feeling better than ever. And I'm supposed to be discharged tomorrow. I don't know what time, but everything is well in that regard. And thank you all very much once again for showing your concern. And I'll update you all probably tomorrow after I get discharged. And we'll go from there. All right. Holla at your girl. Peace.